George Ritchie experienced a different kind of hell, kind of like in the movie Sixth Sense, where the little kid says, "I see dead people." Instead of a place far away in the darkness, Jesus took George on a tour of what seemed like hell on earth. He saw people in a factory working with a guy standing over them, barking orders at them. He saw a group of women standing around smoking, and one of the women begging for a cigarette, reaching out ravenously to snatch one, but her hand passed right through it. Or a man walking down the street, oblivious to his deceased mother by his side, hounding him about why he married Marjorie. The picture here is of people permanently invisible to the living, yet permanently wrapped up in their affairs. He related how he, on seeing this, remembered the words of Jesus from his childhood, where Jesus says, "Lay not up for yourselves treasures on earth, for where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." Those words, he said, sprang into my mind like an electric shock. And I'll keep reading. Perhaps these insubstantial people, the businessman, the woman begging cigarettes, this mother, although they could no longer contact the earth, still had their hearts there. Did I? To be cut off for all eternity from the thing they could never stop craving. Surely that would be hell. But if this was hell, if there was no hope, then why was Jesus here beside me? Why did my heart leap for joy every time I turned to him? Whichever way I looked, he remained the real focus of my attention. Whatever else I saw, nothing compared with him. And that was another thing baffling me. If I could see him, why couldn't everyone else? How could they not help but see the burning love and compassion in their midst? And how could they miss someone closer and more brilliant than the noonday sun? Unless, and for the first time it occurred to me, to wonder whether something infinitely more important than I ever believed could have happened that day, when at age 11 I walked forward to the altar of the church. Was it possible that I, in some real way, had actually been born again, as the preacher said, given new eyes when I professed faith in Jesus as a child? Where your heart is. Where your heart is. As long as my heart had been set on getting other things, I had not been able to see Jesus either. Maybe whenever our center of attention was on anything else, we block out even him. People often ask, why would a loving God punish people eternally for their earthly offenses? Think of it this way. Humans are created to be eternal. We were made to live in love forever with God and one another. And love means that we are free to embrace or to reject it. And this time of our mortal life is the arena within which each of us choose our path and walks it, either embracing or rejecting God. And the Creator God is so generous and merciful to give us so many chances, even apparently in death. I mean, who would have thought? Now, the futility and evil, the hunger and the suffering, the chaos and decay that we experience along the way are the result of people rejecting God. And all of this is a taste. It's a warning of what forever will be like for people who persist in rejecting the love of their Creator. Hell is God granting their wish to remain free of him, because there's no prison cells in heaven holding guests who don't want to be there. So please, Lord, turn the hearts of those we love to your embrace. And you know what, folks? I wonder how you might help persuade them toward God's embrace. Well, that's today's Lenten vision, and I'll see you tomorrow.